Hi, I'm Bianca. Welcome to Learn English with Bianca. Today's story is about David. He moved to a new country with his family and found out that not knowing English would be the hardest part. This is his story. David was 43. He lived in a small town in Eastern Europe. He worked as a builder for more than 20 years. He was strong, reliable, proud of his work, but money was always tight. One day a friend told him, "There's work in Canada, good pay, you should go." David thought about his wife, his daughter, his little boy. He wanted more for them, a better future. So they moved, new streets, new schools, new life, and a new language. He found a job in construction just 1 week after landing. He felt ready. But on the first day, standing on a busy job site, he realized he didn't understand anything. The instructions were too fast, the jokes confusing, the safety signs all in English. He could build a house, but he couldn't ask for a hammer. At home, things weren't easier. His wife, Anya, tried to register the kids at school, but the forms were in English. She didn't know how to ask for help. At the grocery store, she stared at labels, not sure what she was buying. She smiled at people, nodded, and hoped they wouldn't speak to her. Their daughter, Elena, was 14. After her first day of school, she came home in tears. She said, "I don't understand anyone. I just sit there." Their son Max was 7. The teacher said he didn't speak. But David knew Max was just scared. That evening, the house was quiet. No one smiled. Everyone looked tired. David sat at the kitchen table, staring at his hands. Hands that had built houses, poured concrete, fixed roofs. Now they felt useless. He whispered to himself, "I need to learn for them." The next day after work, he opened YouTube. He typed "English for Beginners." He found a video, simple, slow, with subtitles. He watched, he paused, he repeated. It felt strange, it felt silly, but he kept going. That night, they all sat together at the table. No TV, no phones, just notebooks, pencils, and new words. Anya practiced supermarket phrases. Max watched cartoons with subtitles. Elena started writing in English in her journal. David repeated sentences out loud. "I need a ladder." "Where is the toolbox? Please show me the plan." At work, he tried. He listened. He asked small questions. He made mistakes. Sometimes people laughed, but not unkindly. After a few weeks, his supervisor smiled and said, "You're getting better. Keep going." At school, Max raised his hand. Elena made a friend. Anya talked to a neighbor for the first time. It wasn't perfect. Some days were still hard. But the words, they weren't scary anymore. They were tools, and David knew how to use tools. He was building again, not just walls, a life, a future. Thank you for listening to Learn English with Bianca. If you've ever felt lost in a new place, remember David. He didn't know the words, but he found the courage to learn them. See you next time.